Hi, my name is Verna Mullen. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator at stampinnotes.com, and I have a cute project for you tonight. This is a little easel card. It's made with a Mary Moose stamp set from the annual holiday catalog, and you can lift it up. There's a little sentiment here. It will lie flat so you can mail it. It's easy to make and a lot of fun to make. So let's get started. I'll show you how to do this card. We start with your basic cardstock at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And to make these little flaps on the side here, we are going to do some cutting. And I have cut my cardstock I've laid it on my trimmer at 1.5. right here at 1.5, and I have cut all the way up to the center score mark, and then I did the same thing on this side. I put it at 1.5 and I cut up to this center score mark. I flipped these this way and put my middle tab into the trimmer, and I've scored it at 2 1/8 right here, and this is what makes our little easel. So we have 3 flaps here, the 2 thin side ones and the middle one that's scored in the middle. I've already put my inside piece in this card. It's 5 1/4 by 4, very vanilla. I've stamped it. It says happiest of holidays. So now we're going to add the designer series paper to the outside flaps here. And this is the Toile designer series paper in the front of the annual catalog. We have 2 pieces at 2 by 2 3/8 for this part. And we have 2 pieces at 4 by 1 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere those down. I'm using the multi-purpose liquid glue. Actually, we could go with green or red, but I want to go with the red side. All of our designer series paper is double-sided, and it's beautiful paper. I like using the liquid glue because it gives you have a little bit of time to, whoops, I got too much there. You have a little bit of time to move it around, where with the snail or tape runners, it's very hard to move it once it's adhered to the cardstock. So this stamp set, when I first saw it, it wasn't one that was at the top of my list to buy, but I have seen so many cute cards done with it, and it's just so country, and I live in the country in Western New York. Not all of New York is city, as some people from out of state might think. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put these on. These are again 2 by 2 3/8 inches. And we'll put that one right there. And we'll do this one. It's a rainy day here in Western New York. Actually, it's evening now, but fall is here, and the leaves right now are just beautiful, but a lot of them are going to come off with the rain we've had. Okay, so we've got our designer series paper on the cardstock. Now we're going to take I've punched out a 2-inch circle with our 2-inch circle punch, and I'm going to do some stamping on that. I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper in case I go off my circle. I guess yeah. So I'm going to do the trees in mint macaron. Here's one tree. Oh, he didn't get very good print on that one side. We'll try this side. That side's a little better. I think it will be covered with the moose. And then there's a little star we're going to stamp the star on with crushed curry. It's a darker yellow, and you want to put them right at the top of your little circle there. And now we need a piece of scrap crumb cake for our moose. Mr. Moose, where are you? Here he is. We're going to stamp him in soft suede. And we're going to take our punch, line him up. That looks pretty good. And I'm going to put him on with our dimensionals. Love the dimensionals because they will pop them up just a little bit to kind of stand out on that card. Oops, my fingers are sticky. And they have a backing that you peel off. And I'm going to place him so we can see that star. And let his feet hang over just a little bit. Now I've got a piece of cherry cobbler cardstock scrap piece, and there's a little scarf. I love this scarf. I'm going to stamp it cherry cobbler on cherry cobbler cardstock because I want it to be really dark, and I'm going to fussy cut it. We're actually almost done with this card. It's an easy one to do. And it's fun and so cute. Just darling. I really love this little scarf. It gives our moose a little bit of personality. All right, so I've got that cut out. I need just a dab of glue on here. And we are going to dress up our moose with a scarf. I've got a little bit too much glue. This card was stamped from, or cased from, Rhonda Wade at Be Creative. She always has great ideas. Now, I'm going to bring our card base back, and I'm going to put Mr. Moose right here. Oops, you know what I forgot to do? We need to glue these flaps down here. You don't need a lot of this glue. Just a thin line of it will hold it. And give it a good press. Okay, now we're going to adhere the moose to this little flap right here. Isn't it cute? I love the toile paper with it. And I just want to make sure his feet don't hang off the edge. I want to turn him just a little bit like that, I think. Now we just have to do our tag. The tag is going to be what keeps our easel up. And I'm going to come in with another piece of crumb cake here. And I'm going to stamp this. This says it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And we're going to stamp this on our cardstock. And you see that? And we need our pretty label punch. We'll bring that in here. Center it up. cute. And then I'm using the Happiness Blooms dots. And I'm going to use the green one here. Put it right there. And again, we're going to use dimensionals. To pop this up a little bit to catch the card to make the easel. Okay. And then this is going to go right about there. And he's all done, isn't he, darling? Well, thanks for stopping by today. Have a great day.